This is Eric, and welcome back to my channel. This is Star Wars Outlaws, and as you could probably assume, if I like comic books, I'm also pretty into video games, which would be pretty accurate. I just came out of that little crevice in the rocks down there, and I really love the scenery in this game. Just showing a little bit there, I'm standing on a rocky outcropping kind of, on the edge of a very, very high ledge, which you can fall off, so be careful. But I did want to show you a really nice view. This is very early in the game. I'm actually quite past this point in the game, but I went back and I wanted to just make a video about an idea I had. Isn't that nice? That's the city of Canto Bight, and I just think it looks really nice, especially at this time of day. I believe it is early morning. I believe you can actually change the time of day in the settings. I really like how it shows some of the almost like daily life of some ships coming and going, the activity down in the city. And I believe, if I recall the movie correctly, I believe to the right before it was almost like a beach, because I think that's where some of the rebels land. Look, zooming in. Whoops! I didn't mean to draw my firearm, but my blaster. But that's the only way I think I can zoom in right now. It's definitely a walled city. So usually in the city, in the walls are possibly some of the nicer areas, more affluent residents, and maybe some of the nicer entertainment. And outside seems to be more industrial and crowded. But that right there is a very cool looking crane. It's kind of an Imperial Walker version of a crane, which is really cool. Kind of intimidating, honestly. If I had that thing walking around my town, I'm not sure I would want that. But just looking over some of the areas outside the city wall, looks industrial, more crowded. I think you can see some. Are those fires, maybe? Those fires in the distance. Who knows? There could be cooking fires. It could be fires for burning waste or something like that. It definitely seems crowded there. The capture quality was, looks like it was kind of poor. Looking at the video now, I'm actually voicing this over. This is a voiceover. I'm relatively new at this, so I recorded this capture on my Xbox console. I have a Series X Xbox console, and it's a little choppy and not so much high quality. I always loved the Two Suns. Ever since A New Hope, when I was a little kid, the Two Suns on Tatooine always impressed me. Yeah, I love the view. So I thought I would show you a mode in the game called Photo Mode. This game really is beautiful. I've been taking my time playing the game, and I recommend that if you're playing the game or considering it, just take your time and enjoy it. I know it's gotten some criticisms for being too heavy on stealth and not enough run and gun, but I like it. So here's photo mode. It's in the settings menu, and it goes through different categories. You can see a UI comes up on the left. It goes over some general movements. You can move the camera presets, and then color saturation, contrast, exposure, shadows. Next is midtones, then highlights, then color grading, and then we have red, green, and blue for the color grading. I don't know what most of those things mean. I'm not a photographer, so I'll focus on what I do know, and some of these presets are really cool. I think there are only two presets, Noir, and then the Wild West you saw before this one. I kind of like the Wild West. I think I'm going to take a photo with the Wild West theme on. I like that. And then next menu over is the time of day. You can alter the time of day if you like. You can show Kay. Kay is the main character. You can have her disappear and just take a landscape photo, or bring her back for almost like a selfie. I like taking a selfie. And Nyx is your little companion, and he's not in the screen right now on the screen, so we don't see him. The next menu shows different cameras. You can have an active camera A or B. There's different positioning. The lens, you can change the lens on the camera to a 30mm, 50mm, 75mm, and a 100mm, and you'll see how the view changes. Next we have aperture. You can change the aperture, turn it on and off. Focal length, focal distance, and the tilt. I have no idea what that means. And next is the message. That I know. It will label where you are, so you can add a greeting to it as well. Greetings from Canto Bite. I like that. I like the greetings. I wish it had some of that old school welcome from that I've seen in some artwork. I also like the main Star Wars logo too, but this seems more appropriate. Greetings from Canto Bite. It seems a little close to the suns, so yeah, let's move it over to the right over there. I think it balances the picture better. We can frame out the picture in a cinematic mode, but that cuts off the top a little too much, so let's leave it the way it is. You can put on guides as well. Different lines, overlays on the screen to help you position the photo. And that's the golden ratio. The golden ratio, rule of thirds. Very interesting. And then scan lines. What are scan lines? Oh, it places those tiny lines on the screen. I see. Okay, let's not do that. And now we're back to the beginning here. So there's a way to hide the user interface. So you can hide all the screen commands. And now you would take your photo, and the way, this took me a few minutes to realize in the game the first time, the way you take the photo is basically through the console. You just take a screenshot. So on my Xbox controller, I can just click the capture screen, and then you have a photo, and it goes right into your screen captures folder, and you can share it and post it wherever you like. So it's pretty neat. That's really it. We're going to leave photo mode. You'll notice that this video is about 10 minutes exactly, because that's how long I can record on the Xbox. So thank you everyone. Have a great day.